Hi, I'm volunteer trail supervisor for the Burroughs Range, and my name is Martin Stratton, and I'm on the Cornell Mountains north side, proceeding to the top at 3,500 feet in elevation. And I have some disturbing news here. It seems somebody had attempted to light a forest fire, is what it looks like. They must have been camping out at this elevation, and I'll proceed with the evidence, or whatever you want to call it, that I had found at this elevation, at this location. Here's the marker to prove that it's at 3,500 feet. And I had previously destroyed the fire ring at this location. There were no stones here, and there was nothing like this here. What had happened about 3 months ago, I was here on June, I think it was about the first week of June. I had hiked up here, and I had found this a fire ring, not this fire ring, a previous fire ring, and it was on the ground, and I followed the Trail Maintenance Manual Procedures from the New York, New Jersey Trail Conference. I had removed all the stones, and I had removed a giant pile of wood that was stored here. And after I have carted all the stones, some of the stones were 50 pounds almost, no, I'd say 30 pounds or so in weight, and I carted them way to the other side of the forest. And I found tent stakes here and other items which I confiscated and threw in the trash. And a hatchet I found over here, I threw that in the trash also. They were left behind by whoever these campers were. And so about 15 pieces of wood were carted away from here and the previous campsite. The previous fire ring was destroyed, and I had replaced it with all types of rubbish. I had placed leaves, and I had placed small branches of trees on it so you couldn't even see the fire ring. Now, this is 3 months later. Today is Monday, September 13th, and what is now here is an absolute disaster. You can see clearly that somebody had built a campfire here, and it had burned clear into the ground. It had lit the roots of this tree, and they obviously attempted to hide their evidence by sawing the entire tree off. You can see that the fire attempted to go through the roots and through the ground all over the place. This place, for example, you can see clearly how the fire had gone up the root all the way through the bottom of the tree and proceeded into the roots of the tree. It looks as if the whole tree had been on fire from the bottom. So I can only guess that this camper must have been terrified. When this camper had realized what this camper had done, they had simply thrown all the rocks into place, attempted haphazard to remove the fire and most of its fuel, and they then just threw the ashes over here. Now this type of behavior is reckless. This whole place, as you can see, is nothing but trees that either are completely dead or they're standing pine trees with only some life left in them. It looks extremely dry. There are many dead, rotted out trees over here, and most of these trees are very, very dry. You can see the pine needles on these trees are gray or brown, and if the fire had actually spread anywhere from that location, it would have lit the whole forest on fire. I have absolutely no doubt about this. So, proceeding on this line, that basically sums up my report. The other thing that I find reckless are these birch trees. This camper had simply ripped the birch bark off the trees and used it for kindling. And that's about 10 feet, 8 feet of birch bark. And this looks like 6 feet of birch bark ripped right off the tree. And it looks absolutely disgusting from the trail. And here's a really good example of what you're never supposed to do when you come out camping. Just look at this beautiful birch tree. It has beautiful growth on the top. And some camper just comes along and starts ripping the bark off it like there's no tomorrow. A giant gouge can be seen here where the knife had gone right through. And they had just ripped the bark right off of it. So, this said and done, that makes 1, 2, 3, 4 birch trees destroyed, a giant hole in the ground with remains of rubble, roots on fire, and a giant pile of embers that were thrown away. Most likely the camper ran from here. And that's about all I had to say for right now. This is beyond disgusting and reckless. I hope you have learned something from this report, and if you catch this person, turn them right in. Thank you for your time, and this has been New York, New Jersey Volunteer Trail Supervisor Martin Stratton from the 3,500-foot elevation of the Cornell Mountain, on the trail section proceeding from the peak of the Cornell Mountain to the peak of Slide Mountain. Thank you for your time.